Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2019 Marvel movie Avengers Endgame. For many the most anticipated film of 2019 and certainly a culmination of over 10 years of superbly crafted Marvel movies. Now this is a film where you almost don't really know where to start and how to review, because you can't adequately review this without giving spoilers. And please don't worry, I'm not going to give any spoilers here. This is just going to be mainly a discussion rather than a review. I will possibly come back and do a spoiler filled review with Jake, my son, who I watched this film with. He normally does these reviews with me when we've been to cinema to see Marvel and DC films. However, he isn't doing this review with me because he's gone to his friends today. So I'm doing it on my own, but I may well come back and do a spoiler review with Jake, so that we could talk in more detail about this incredible film. And I'm right off the bat, I'm saying that this film is just an incredible achievement. It's, when you consider what's come before, what it had to live up to, this film delivered on so many different levels. After the highs and the low ending of Infinity War last year, where everybody disappeared, vanished into dust when Thanos seemingly won, we all wondered. There were all these theories out there of where it was going to go, and obviously I'm not going to explain where they do go in Endgame, but some of the theories were right and some of them were wildly incorrect. The one that I kind of had in my head as to where they possibly would be going, I was about 75% there, which I suspect many of you were as well. And what they do is the most logical thing. It makes the most sense, and I think they don't try and throw too many curveballs at us in this movie. I think they realise, because of what this film was, and it was a culmination of all these years of really fantastic Marvel films, they had to deliver and they had to give the fans what they wanted. And I think for the most part they absolutely did that. They nailed it. So we see at the beginning of this film the real laws of this team, the Avengers. Where do they go from here? They've been absolutely dealt the knockout blow by Thanos. What do they do? Where do they go next? And where they go is just surprising, emotional, action-packed, slow at times, but I didn't mind that. You could, this is a 3-hour film, and you could argue that aspects of this film were a bit of a slow burn, but I thought that was fantastic because it allowed the story to breathe. It allowed these characters, because there's so many to cram into this film, it allowed these characters time to have their moments. So it didn't feel like anybody took over this movie. It didn't feel like that at all. It felt like everybody had their place in this movie, and it was really nicely pieced together. Brilliant. I do have questions. There are a couple of niggles for me that I suspect many people will pull apart, analyse, and may want to choose to do that. I don't want to choose to do that, as this is one of those movies that it's not necessarily meant to make sense. They make some decisions in this movie that deliver that grand cinema experience. They want to have huge dramatic effect. They want that audience to feel elated, and at them moments they don't necessarily worry too much about a little plot hole here and there. And they do it 2 or 3 times in the movie, and I was thinking while I was watching it, that doesn't necessarily make 100% sense, but I don't care, because it worked in that moment, in that experience, in that cinema experience. It worked with the highs and the lows that they give you, regardless of any plot holes you would like to throw at it. That feeling in the cinema you get at one point in this movie, it is childlike. I felt like a child again. I almost cheered. It was wonderful. I just thought, yeah, they paid so much respect to the fans. They gave us what we wanted. So much fan service here, which some might look on as a negative thing. I don't look at it as a negative thing. You could maybe throw that at it if it was like the third Marvel movie, but this is like 20 odd movies now. You know, they had to stamp off these first three phases of the Marvel Cinematic Universe before they move on to the next, and they did it expertly, I think. I realise I've not talked a lot about the story, and that's purposeful, really. I don't want to ruin anything for anybody going into this cinema experience, and that's what it is. It's a cinema experience, and I think, coupled with the first Avengers Infinity War film, I think they have given us a couple of almost perfect movies. This is a 10 out of 10 for me. Yes, there are a couple of niggles, a couple of plot holes, a couple of flaws. However, I'm giving this a 10 out of 10 for everything they had to live up to. The whole cinematic experiences that I've had over the years with these movies, and the way they've managed to finish it, I think, perfectly before they move on to the next stage. And they do finish it perfectly. I don't have any qualms with any of the character exits, and we know it's going to happen, so that's not spoiling anything. You know there are going to be character exits in this film. I don't have any flaws or issues with any of them. I thought they dealt with it beautifully, and I just think, yeah, it's a film that has to be experienced. I just think it's almost flawless. That's why it's a 10 out of 10 for me. I absolutely loved it, and I can't wait to see it again. So I may well come back and, like I say, do a spoiler-filled review with Jake in a few days if he wants to do that. I may want to do it anyway, because I want to talk about this film a little bit more. I want to talk about all the wonderful things that happen in this film, and even a couple of my issues that I have with the film that you could throw at it. But yeah, it's funny, it's emotional, it's action-packed, it's full of wonderful cinema experiences. And you will certainly not be disappointed. Fans of Marvel won't be disappointed at all. I can't see it personally, so that is my, not really review, my opinion, my thoughts on Avengers Endgame, and it's wonderful. They absolutely delivered, so go and watch it, guys. That is my recommendation. Go and watch it as soon as you can. So thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next time on Screen Stars.